This is a Celestial Nurse. Welcome to my channel. We're going to be covering all signs of the Zodiac horoscopes for the full moon of Aries. The full moon of Aries will be upon us October 7th of 2025. This time happens at 3:47 a.m. GMT, which is 14 degrees 8 minutes of Aries. So if you have cardinal signs at these degrees, then the energy will be most imperative to you. Cardinal signs include Aries, Libra, Cancer, and Capricorn. Now, if you have the signs of Leo, Sagittarius, Gemini, Aquarius, and planets, angles, strong points at 14 degrees, then these signs will be in harmony. So, just to go over the type of energy right now. So, we have very interesting times for sure around October of 2025. This will be between two massive eclipses, with Aries being ruled by Mars and the current energy where there's an increase of stress, anxiety, and much sassiness. So let's break down the zodiac signs, self-care, wellness, and promote positive energy with Mars. If you come across this video later, when it's past October 7th and there's another full moon of Aries, most of this will relate to that full moon, but some of these will be in different houses. Just a heads up on that. So going back to the energy of Mars, so with these eclipses. So if you're paying attention to the news, which may not always be a good thing, but regardless, the world, you may start hearing war drum whispers in the news. People are becoming more prone to protest. People are pretty much sick of everything, which, who isn't? And so it's important that with this energy coming, to reduce your need to take part in certain situations that would be more negative than positive. If you're in areas with protesting, everybody's positive, that's different. If you're in areas where people are mostly angry, that may not be a good situation to be in overall for your health in general. And then, so just use this energy for good. And let's get down. We will start here with Aries first, of course. So Aries, this is your sign with Mars being a ruling planet. It's important to reduce your stress and increase your energy for a constructive direction for this flow of energy. So, what are some goals that you wanted to finish? Because full moon's about finishing things, but just didn't have the energy to complete around this date of the full moon. This would be perfect to finish off your check off list. Depending on where you're at, if this is winter time, there's things that you got to do to get ready before winter starts. And then Aries, this rules your head. So if you already are, it's important to already, of course, take care of this area for the rest of your life more than others. If you are thinking about riding a dirt bike, riding a bicycle, or do anything that could affect a fall, it's important to wear a helmet. Besides this region, inflammation is an issue as well with Aries. Now, I'm not a medical doctor, and if you have any health issues, of course, seek a medical professional. I am just doing this for entertainment and for fun. So just read my disclaimer, and then you can go from there. Now, if you have arthritis at this time of period, this could be more aggravated. So make sure that you drink more alkaline drinks. And then, of course, stay away from fast food, processed foods, and try to drink more fruits and vegetables and liquids and things like that. Overall, healthy diet. Make sure to reduce your negative energy during this time with Aries, with Mars and the overall eclipses. So you can, of course, take a bath, take time to be alone to think things over. Don't make any long-term decisions during this time. For the full moon, it's about 3 days of this energy. Now, if you've been, planning things for a long time and just now it's the finalization, that's totally different. But if you're being impulsive and you're like, hey, I like that red sports car Corvette, I'm going to buy it today. Maybe not such a good idea. So just, and that's the same thing with being impulsive. Like if you get upset with somebody, maybe just realize it could be the energy and try to walk away and not get in a fight with anybody from like work or your relationships or neighbors or what have you. Aries, and then you may have personal breakthroughs of self-identity changes that can become a surprise. So that's always good news. You may feel more okay to be you. Usually Aries doesn't have a problem with this, but for Aries energy overall for the last couple of years has probably been a little off. I don't know if you've noticed that with astrology. And then, but if you haven't been working internally for the last year or so, you should take time and stop and reflect and from the outside world. So during this time period, um, you know, internally, if you're not aware, that could be like they call it also shadow work. Depends on how you want to look at it. I think that's kind of a little dark term for it. But, anyways, now if you, I would recommend during this time, if you have any hobbies or anything that you like to do that's solo, that would be highly recommended with this energy. Um, and then kind of check off a list of goals or things that you do that are habits that don't really work for your best benefit. That would be good to just kind of get rid of that and then start new goals when the new moon starts. And then start those goals. So, just overall, reduce your stress, eat alkaline foods to reduce inflammation, safeguard your head. Headaches can be an issue, so make sure you get fluids. And then caffeine can cause issues with that. Monster drinks and Red Bulls, those are so bad. So hopefully you're not drinking those. Reduce your stress. Get some exercise, get those endorphins going. Take time to be by yourself and work on your hobbies. Sleep can be an issue with full moon, especially for Aries. So, about an hour before bed, take time to turn off some of the lights, get away from social media, get away from the TV. The light coming off the TV will keep you up. And then drink plenty of fluids, of course, before bed. Warmth helps get you cozy and get you more relaxed. Read a book. I love reading books, but eventually I fall asleep after about 20 minutes, especially when it's close to bedtime. That would be good for you to do. And that would be it for Aries. Enjoy your full moon. Hey, Taurus. You, as an earth sign with Mars being the ruler of the full moon in Aries, will affect you in a special way. Taurus, you are ruled by Venus, which is the opposite sign of Aries, being ruled by Mars. Remember the book or the saying that men are from Mars and women are from Venus? This full moon in Aries will feel very opposite to your energy as well, which may be a good thing. Depends on your perspective of it. Aries rules sleep. So you may have issues falling asleep or staying asleep. This is also part of any full moon in general. However, with Aries, this energy is amplified to a much higher degree. So be careful. Burnout and fatigue will be part of your energy as well. So turn off social media, videos, read a book, turn those white lights off and try to get like a different color, like a lampshade. Small lamp with lampshade would be nice. And then have some candles going that could promote energy frequency for your home that can be relaxed. Of course, blow out these candles. If you have battery candles, that would be great as well. Taurus with the full moon in Aries, there could be endings, which are not always a bad thing. So just kind of remember that. So release and say goodbye to areas in your life that are not making your future any better. This could be bad habits, eating bad foods, staying up too late, sleeping too long, watching too much television, like TV series on Netflix and things like that, watching negative videos, anything that doesn't promote a better future you. It's important to release emotional feelings. Listen to that sad song if that helps you figure out what's actually bothering you. Sometimes just hearing something that's more sentimental could be pop in something in your head that you are not happy with, that you want to change. A mental detox is something that needs to be completed, especially with Aries ruling the brain. This all will make you, of course, tired. With the full moon in Aries, it doesn't help you get sleep. It's a double whammy being fatigued. So work on what you can. So reduce your sugar, caffeine after the morning time. Reduce entertainment hours before bed. Get some downtime. Taurus, you probably like reading books, so reading a book is a great idea. Journaling, meditate. I do have videos on YouTube if you want to watch meditation videos. some nice kind of frequency, interesting videos on there, and then listen to soft music. So overall, um, yeah, looks like a good full moon in Aries for you. Take care. Gemini, full moon in Aries. For your sign, you got this. The full moon in Aries isn't going to stop you. This full moon in Aries is going to focus on friendships, goals, and communities. This is your area for sure. Geminis are known as a social butterfly. With the full moon in Aries, the energy can cause issues with teamwork. So be very cautious if you play a sport or work in a team situation at work. This could be testing times, however, for you have this energy, and it's about a total of 6 days, 3 days before the full moon, which is right now, and 3 days after. But you can do it. You can stay out of the drama. But if you need to state your opinion and you have been holding back for some time, well, maybe it's time for them to let them know how you really feel. The energy of Aries full moon is ruled by Mars, and your sign of Gemini is ruled by Mercury. You can argue to the most pivotal moment as long as you keep it in a positive manner. The throat chakra could be hurt for you during this time period. Make sure that you reduce your heartburn if you have that. This could be causing throat issues, so anything acidic can trigger heartburn. And then be careful um, with the type of candles that you burn. If you use candles at this time, a lot of them have chemicals that can irritate your throat chakra. Drink warm fluids like teas during this time. Try not to talk too much. Geminis love to talk and communicate, which is great, but just be careful during this time. Watch for an increase with Aries, Mars, an increase of the drama dynamics and gossiping. So try not to gossip and stay out of it. Just kind of be a neutral position during this time period. Don't take part in any of that behavior. Stay above the below, and then stay clear minded. Overall, rest, promote throat health, reduce stress and arguments. Social situations may be highly reactive, so plan ahead for drama in your personal life and career. Otherwise, you should be good to go. Enjoy the full moon, Gemini. Cancer as a water sign and full moon in Aries, fire sign, you are very much opposite from each other. Cancer is ruled by the moon, and Aries is ruled by Mars. So, so much feelings will be greatly increased. You may end up with more sass than others are ready to be seen from you. This could be good for you, Cancer. With the Mars, furiousness and your high intuition combined together, this may be a good time to get to the bottom of anything that has been bothering you for too long. And then just to keep it positive on the results that you may want to achieve, stress with a full moon in Aries could be very much heightened that you may not be used to. Take time to be around water, such as baths, showers, walk by a creek or lake. If this isn't possible, watch or listen to relaxing waterfall music or rain sounds. Besides these areas, your career could need some work with life balance. Are people asking too much of you? There could be more pressure on you to take on too much, especially because you come off as being able to take on more than others and still get it done without ease. Unfortunately, this isn't always the case, of course, with Cancer. You are so helpful and caring with nurturing at your core. Others, with or without knowing that your obligations may be out of touch with reality and just isn't healthy for you. Mars will help you get the increased energy to say, no, I'm not going to do this. I don't have time, but thank you, you can say. You may want to quit or do a complete change in your life. If you plan accordingly step by step and have been thinking of doing this change for some time, this may be a good time to jump ship. Just remember, stress can cause health issues, so take time to relax, like a funny romance comedy, walk by water, or just call a friend or loved one is all it takes to help increase your heart frequency. Areas to reduce stress course, you can journal. Cancers probably have multiple journals. Heal by water, like I mentioned, such as bath, shower, light a candle, meditate. Make your favorite healthy meals. Go for a walk. Ground with the earth frequencies, and follow your intuition, your heart. That's all you need to do. Enjoy the full moon in Aries, Cancer. Leo, the full moon in Aries is going to increase fire. Plus, you have Mars to work with, your ruling planet, which isn't a planet but a sun, or if you prefer, a star. These areas that are going to be relevant in your beliefs include travel, growth, and learning. With Mars in Aries, full moon health aspects to look for is your head, inflammation, teeth, eyes, and face. The Mars energy in yours may occur inflammation in your body, especially the back and chest areas. If you have arthritis, it's important to drink plenty of fluids, reduce processed acidic foods, reduce anything that is repetitive that causes inflammation or overuse. Um, are you bored with Mars? Excuse me, are you bored? With Mars is an adventure, fast change, and impulsiveness. I am aware that some Leos are still in hermit mode and still bored. Nothing's really triggering them to want to do anything exactly. So this might help you get started on any projects and things that you're doing. If you have been wanting to travel but you haven't acted now, this might be a good time to make the decision to purchase tickets, book the trip. Travel would be good for you to expand your views and help prepare for any fast changes in the future years, especially with Aquarius. Go to, I mean, if you're able to, I would love to go to like Singapore, China, go to all these areas that are way more advanced in technology. That would be fun. If you could do that. Aries rules the eyes. So migraine headaches can occur, especially if you've had these before. And Aries fire sign with your Leo fire sign combo could increase stress. So I could relate to headaches. Food also could be a culprit, so be careful what you eat. Just try to eat healthy, especially around this time. Every day would be great, but in reality, we can't eat healthy. We could eat healthy every day, but it doesn't always happen. And that should be it. So enjoy all this fire energy. Have a great day. Go. The full moon Aries can provide great transformation. Aries with Mars it could increase stress. So if you're thinking of transformation, it's important to reduce stress and to think clearly. Take time to meditate and promote positive changes. Having clear, healthy thoughts will manifest the best changes going forward in the future. With Mars being in power, if you are dealing with relationships that are causing stress, conflict, then it could blow up. Make a strategic plan prior to the full moon in Aries or during, depending on when you watch this video. The energies 3 days before and 3 days after the full moon, which is um, Mars rules war and impulsiveness. So plan ahead, and then if you do have some great ideas coming up, that would be a good time to start executing them. Mars rules the brain, so usually they are very usually with Mars ruling the brain, Aries is are very witty and fast to action. The power dynamics will be a push and pull. This is a good time to detox the body due to Mars stress energy, which Aries rules inflammation that could increase on your joints, especially with full moons. Just like tides change, and so does the body's fluids with extra pressure on the joints. Virgo, I know you have, you probably have more than one journal. If you stop journaling for a while, it's a good time to restart the process of writing down your thoughts and experiences. Let go of stress or any areas of your life that no longer work for you. Aries full moon can help you cut off things that are not working for you and that are not healthy, such as bad habits or people who take down your energy, and that are not good for you. So just kind of journal and see day to day who is not providing positive changes for you or just is keeping you down. That would be it. Enjoy your fun. Nina. by Mars. The energy will be interesting, especially if you are an air sign. So this full moon in Aries will really increase your energy to the maximum levels. The good news is that with Libra being your sign, you can balance this energy to your benefit. This should be a gain of getting things accomplished and moving forward with any goals or issues that can arise. Aries could increase inflammation, and Libra rules kidneys and the bone area. So it's vital that you drink plenty of fluids, such as water, and reduce your intake of sugar during this time period. Of course, fatigue with this moon will be harder to fall asleep. So take steps like an hour or 2 hours prior to bed, getting rid of social media, TV, bright lights, just dim the lights, and then maybe take a warm bath or shower and read a book. That's usually the best on that. Relationships could be affected, so be aware of your own energy towards others and vice versa. Conflicts during the full moon of Aries is high. You may even hear more news of wars, especially after previous eclipses. Stay calm and move on would be a great term for Libra this time. If an argument arises, be honest. Try not to be defensive if possible. And work out great for you. Scorpio, you are a fixed earth sign ruled by Mars and Pluto. This full moon in Aries is ruled by Mars. Your Mars energy will be increased twofold on this full moon. You may need to reduce stress and be mindful of any triggers. Scorpio, your ruling body area are kidneys, prostate, and all the other lower areas of the same region. It is important that you promote well being in your kidneys by staying hydrated, reduce fast foods that can include a lot of preservative and salts. In this full moon in Aries for Scorpio sign, the focus is, of course, health habits, work, and routine. Fun, huh? Well, let's start with toxic habits. We all have them, such as watching too much TV series, social media, food, and laziness. The best way, in my opinion, to take is baby steps. If you make it small and easy, then it's not overwhelming. You can actually get these steps completed. The full moon Aries may cause an increase in fatigue. Take time to rest, reflect of changes that you wish that you completed in the last moon cycle. More on health in the digestive area. This full moon energy is 6 days or so, 3 days before and 3 days after the full moon. Get your fruit goals accomplished by 5 to 6 servings at least to prevent constipation. Full moons are considered an ending of the moon cycle, so this would be a great time to detox from outside stress and your body. Drop bad habits, make new goals. What health routines can you start? For example, can you do 10 push ups each day? Probably could happen. A 15-minute walk each day, watching only 1 hour of videos, and being social media for 1 hour per day, kind of depending on your situation, of course. And that would be it. So take it easy and enjoy your full moon. Sagittarius, a fellow fire sign of Aries. Inflammation or headaches may be increased if these already occur from time to time. Stay away from high stress situations so your blood pressure doesn't get high. If you are already prone to high blood pressure, headaches, the headaches can be a sign of high blood pressure. Always check with your doctor. This is not medical advice. I am just sharing information that I have learned, and then take as much precautions as possible to not getting in any type of arguments. Impulsiveness is more extreme during the full moon, which with your other fire energy could be a double whammy. So don't make any large decisions if possible during this time. Take a few days longer to decide a final answer. If you are feeling more creative, this is a great time to jot down your ideas to start after the full moon. What are you passionate about? Any desires that you want to complete? Romance is in the air for you, Sagittarius. You may want to start a new romance series, of a reading book or a television series. Also, if you are thinking about dating or going out to, or somebody that you're thinking about possibly might be interested in you, this would be a good time for going dates. Just be safe, of course. And then if you just feel romantic, you can just look cute and nice or handsome, depending if you're male or female, and get out there and see, maybe you'll run into somebody. And then Sagittarius rules the body areas of the hips, thighs, and liver. With hips, make sure you stretch if possible. Yoga is great for this, for the hips and the thighs. Um, which is funny, since you are Sagittarius, you love to travel and complete adventures. So the liver organ is your filter. It's important to reduce your indulgences in bad foods or alcohol. Try to do small meals throughout the day. Discipline with reducing your stress during Aries full moon would be a great idea. So enjoy the romance. Hey Capricorn. Capricorn, you are ruled for your body parts of knees, bones, joints, and teeth. So Aries correlates with the teeth as well, but more of the upper teeth, and also in Capricorn's a skeletal system. So these areas with the full moon of Aries may have irritation or joints or inflammation. It just kind of depends on who you are. Check with medical health provider. Of course, it's not health. This is not medical advice. If you are starting a new exercise program, just take it easy until the full moon in Aries passes and energy subsides for time, so you don't get any irritation in your joints, especially if you're not used to doing anything, or the muscles. There could be some tension with Mars energy, the ruling planet of Aries in the full moon. This could be in all areas of your life, from work, family, or friends. If you can stay away from inattentional, aggravating situations, this will be very good for you. The best action is to stay grounded. Remember, boundaries are good for both parties involved with work and personal relationships. For Capricorn, it's hard to release control over events in your life. So the full moon is related to endings and accomplishments. This could be a good time to say goodbye to certain areas that you try to control, that give you too much stress or just doesn't work for you anymore. This is okay to release what no longer works for you and or others. Going into the next moon cycle, you may want to plan for new goals for accomplishment that could provide a positive flow in your life. What stresses are current in life? Can you remove some of these and replace them with healthy goals? That's all I have for you. Enjoy the full moon, Capricorn. Aquarius, you are ruled by Saturn and Uranus. That is some energy for this sign. Now, for the full moon in Aries is ruled by Mars. You have quite the three powerful sources working in your alignment. Aquarius rules the body parts of the calves, shins, ankles, and circulatory system. Aquarius, you are considered progressive for change and new directions. Moving step by step, make sure that you are getting up and moving your body. Get off the couch, get away from the computer desk, and get your blood flowing. During this time, with all this, should um, of your future and what direction you want to take. Aquarius is in relation to the nervous system as well, with the circulatory system working kind of in a combination. So all systems are a go for you. Anxiety during this time could be an issue though. Just take one day at a time. Keep your day simple during this time period of the full moon in Aries in your sign of Aquarius. With the full moon in Aries, you need to be very watchful of your communication. Stay out of the drama. There could be many stressful situations and discussions around you. Speaking clearly and precise has great advantages to reduce miscommunications. Wellness guidelines take to meditation, journaling, listening to music. Do a digital detox, especially for you, Aquarius. You were ruled by Uranus, which is technology. um, and then you'd be surprised though, if you step away from the digital detox or digital areas, your detox can be very surprising and freeing for you. Something may trigger something new in your heart. Especially now, you want to stay calm and be mindful. Get into nature and around water. That would be highly recommended. Very interesting for your sign in the full moon of Aries with Aquarius. Enjoy your day. Pisces, the full moon in Aries could make you look within and self reflect on if you need to fix anything, um, and if you need to go on another path. The full moon is about endings and accomplishments. Pisces rules the body of the feet. which of course relates to Jesus during that time, which is a whole nother story. But anyways, with the full moon in Aries rules inflammation, stress. So this could bring up maybe some little aches and pains in your feet that you may not have felt before. So make sure you get some foot massages during this time is a great idea. Is it time for new shoes? Maybe. A foot pedicure would be nice if you're into that. If you're diabetic, I hope you have been educated that it's very significant to always clean your feet. And make sure you get those doctor checkups. That's a must for your feet. The immune system is always top of your priority with Pisces. So stress increases bad hormones, cortisol, and some other ones. So that can reduce fighting powers against anything out there, germs, bacteria, and viruses. So get your rest as much as possible during this time period. The full moon in Aries will make sleep an issue and will take some of your energy possibly if you've not been enough sleep. So just get a head start by cutting back caffeine, especially after the morning time, if you're in the afternoon and evening, and reduce your sugar way before dinner time. Turn off the television, shut off your phone, reduce the lighting in your home about an hour or two before bed, and just kind of, journal. That would be if there's some spiritual books that you have not had time to read. This would be a good time to get a little stack of books next to you and get started on that. Other areas too would be great is to try some herbal teas before bed and just kind of get cozy. It is fall time, depending on where you live. Maybe colder or warmer. Where I'm at, it was like 90 degrees like 3 days ago. In the last 3 days, it's just been cloudy and rainy and highs of 50 and about 30 some at night. So I am definitely getting cozied up next to the fireplace on the blanket. So take care, and I hope you have a great full moon in Aries. And thanks for stopping by. Thanks for stopping by my channel. This is a Celestial Nurse. I do have a website / blog at www.thecelestialnurse.com. If you want to check that out, that'd be great. Thanks for stopping by.